Griak's coming up this weekend
baby.
in Minnesota, St. Paul, 32nd annual Roy Griak Invitational. It's going to be phenomenal. Already over 100 teams in the high school section are already entered into this meet. You got college, you got high school, and it's one of the biggest meets in the country and one of the best. So what are we going to see at Griak, or what can we expect to see at Griak this year?
Man, I'm excited. This is a must-watch event. It's live on Flow Track. You have to tune in because the kickoff, the biggest early race in the college season, a lot of big matchups. But in the high school level, this is it. This is where all the real tests we're seeing. Great Oaks coming from California, trying to test the Midwest teams. I'm super excited. Brian, your boy's coming out here. Derek Peters, you've been talking about him since the preseason. He's racing. Do you think that he could upset some of these other guys?
I think he could. I think this is his time to shine. If he wants to do it, this is it. This is the race where he's going to have to make it. Being in South Dakota there, he doesn't have much competition. So if he wants to do it, now's the time to prove himself, is what it really comes down to.
Yeah. I think on this course, you go for the win, right? You go for maybe 100%. The moment. Because Seth Hurst last year ran this race. He won it 15:44.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, this course does not offer really fast times,
It's
boys
tough.
or girls.
Yeah.
So, and you come out here and you want to make a statement. I think you do it in the fact that, I want to live up to this moment. I want to prove myself in front of the national competition. So I think that's his sort of energy going into this meet.
For him, for
Yeah.
sure.
And I think it's interesting when you look at Great Oak coming out here. Last year we saw the same thing with Redondo. Can the California teams handle the conditions? And it was brutal. It was cold. It was wet. It was rainy. It was muddy. It was as bad as conditions could get at that time of year. Redondo was second to Wayzata. So I think that whole debate, can California teams handle difficult conditions? Throw it out the window. A good team is a good team. Yeah. And it's going to be a super interesting matchup on the boys' side. Between those two programs, I don't know if anyone else is going to challenge them.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a really great matchup.
Wayzata's won 3 of the last 4
Yep.
Griak Invitationals, so they're coming in really confident probably on the boys' side.
Yeah, who would you say you're taking on the boys' side?
I would get Wayzata. You got to go with the home favorite. And we already talked weeks ago about Wayzata being a possible #1 team down the road. So I think they have enough incentive to come to this meet and really perform well. You don't want to lose in your home state to Great Oak, which is a national challenge.
I can agree with you there, but I think that Great Oak is going to come in and show Wayzata that they're not even in the talks anymore. I think they're going to come in and they're going to do some big things after what they did last weekend. I think their guys are going to be healthy. They're going to come back stronger. And if you look at just times, Great Oak progressively gets better throughout the season.
Yeah, but back-to-back weeks, Brian.
That's one tough thing. That's their one thing that's not going for them is back-to-back weeks is going to be tough. And the travel is a different, but I think that Great Oak is still going to come on strong and prove Wayzata wrong.
Man, I got to go with Wayzata.
I knew you'd
people
go with
here
Wayzata.
already know how I feel about Wayzata.
You got into the top thing.
Griak is such a hard course. You need to know how to run Griak, and especially go watch the tape from last year with this Wayzata team. Their pack running, they know how to stick together. They know how to execute on this course, and they are going to be so tough to beat. I have to go with Wayzata. Maybe if it was another course than Minnesota, but this course, this team, with how good Wayzata is right now, Great Oak is really strong. I think it'll be very close. But Wayzata is going to take the win.
Yeah, I think Yorkville, Illinois is going to be here too. That's one of our great teams nationally, so that might be interesting. They might be a team that could challenge on the boys' side.